Hello, you guys. Welcome back. So we have Mr. Vincent Fischer, Spaghetti Head Watson, acting crazy yet again. I saw John Bravo's video on this, and I figure, we have to talk about this because the last time we talked about Vincent, we talked about how his business, Six Figure Fitness, was now defunct. His first business, listed as Invincible LLC, was administratively dissolved on September 27th, 2024 for failing to file the required annual report, meaning that the business was basically never maintained, lasted barely a year and a half, and then got dissolved for non-compliance. The second business, listed as Six Figure Fitness LLC, filed on April 10th, 2024, is also inactive. No annual reports were ever filed, meaning this LLC has never been maintained. So we've got a pattern, right? Multiple LLCs, all inactive, using the same questionable address, all failing to file with no EIN number, all tied to the same person, Vincent A. Fischer. And so every time we hear about this guy, we find out that he is faking something else in his life. First, it was him denying that he was ever on steroids, saying that he was natty, and then turns out he was on steroids. Then he was saying that he owned this penthouse when he was renting it. Then we found out that he was running an illegitimate business. And now it turns out that his car that he got from Cario Motor Cars, the shady ass dealership, just got repossessed. Before we get into this, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Danielle. Please, if you could, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. So for those of you who don't know who Vincent Fischer is, I just want to play this little clip so that you can get an idea of this cat, okay?
Yo, Vincent, yo, let me do a quick interview with you with the Scion.
What's going on, bro?
Let me ask you, how old were you when you made your first million?
So I was 19 years old when I made my first million.
19. How old are you today?
22.
22. Can we do a quick interview in front of the car?
Yeah, let's run it, bro.
And how did you make your first $1 million?
So I was actually doing online coaching. So I started in the fitness space, right? Your typical gym bro, broke as hell. I had people asking like, Vince, what's the routine? What's the diet? I packaged that into a high ticket program and sold it online.
And I did interview you a couple months ago, and you said you were making $300K a month. Nowadays, what are you making a month?
Yeah, we're just under $1 million a month now. So we float 700-800 range right
Making $1 million a month off his coaching programs, and his target audience are guys in their 20s, early 20s. Come on, guys in their early 20s do not have money like this to be spending on your coaching.
That's insane. Is that every month? Is it consistent?
Every single month consistent. So I actually averaged it out for the last 6 months. My floor has been 20,000 a day, minimum floor.
And we got to talk about it. This is like the main picture right here. What is this car?
Yeah, so this is a Lamborghini Scion 1 of 63. I didn't even know what the it was before I bought it, but it's a $3.5 million Lamborghini hybrid car.
Most people are scared to buy this car, even if they have the money to do it. What made you want to purchase it?
Man, I say you got to have big balls. I don't know anyone with bigger balls than me. I knew it'd be cool. You can only be young with a $3.5 million car once.
Growing up, did you think you're going to be as rich as Vincent Fischer is today?
Absolutely. I didn't know how, but you have to have the belief first, right? I set my vision of where I wanted to go, which is what most people don't do. I always say a ship that has no destination point, no wind is favorable. So I wrote down a vision board. I said, if I'm not a millionaire by 25 years old, I'm killing myself. Right, and I obviously figured it out. So.
And obviously you post a lot of content on social media, right?
Of course.
What's the best way to convert your audience into real customers?
Man, I'd say the best way is there's different layers to the funnel, right? There's top of funnel content, which is getting attention. There's nurturing and belief breaking, and then there's authority content. But I think getting known by any means, if you're in your 20s right now, like literally just post, don't overthink it, and that's how you build a brand.
Where can they find you online, man?
Yes, you guys can find me at Vincent Fischer _ on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
The car's amazing, man. Congrats, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we have all these like idiot kids in Miami that are dying, run up to him to do interviews. It's so corny. So yeah, so Vincent has this like army greenish Scion, and he also had bought his girlfriend a glittery pink Urus or something like that. But if we take a look at this post by Baller Busters, it says Vincent Fischer, aka Squid Hair, is having a bad week. His Scion was repossessed on Wednesday. We can't disclose the source, but the information is 100% verified. Another Cario Motors failure. Our source confirms that the Scion was being kept / hidden in collection suites at Lambo Raul Dad's garage. I don't know what that is. They're hunting down his girlfriend's Urus that he is hiding as well. Looks like Squid Hair is behind on payments. For those confused about how this works, Cario offers leases with balloon payments and multiple trackers. These influencers qualify as long as they're able to come up with a down payment. Then they drive away with any car regardless of credit or income. Cario takes them back after no payments and resells again. We'll keep keep you posted on updates. So it actually turns out that he is not only behind on payments on his cars, but he can't even afford his car insurance. So he is driving around with not only lapsed insurance, but also on a suspended license. So then Baller Busters posted this photo before, and it was a photo of his Scion hiding, and then after it's gone. It says, average Cario customer, clown emoji, pics taken at Vincent Fischer's residence, hashtag repossessed. And this one is a photo of the car at Cario in the showroom, and it says, we are happy to report that the Scion survived repossession and is now back at Cario. Hashtag Vincent Fischer, aka self-made millionaire, had a bad week. He sure did. And it's so funny because I'll link the video that I did on Cario Motor Cars in the description of this video, but I did a video on them explaining how all these influencers that talk about how much money they have, how rich they are, how alpha they are, all this shit, all buy their cars from the same dealership, Cario Motor Cars. And now we understand why, because as long as they're able to pay the down payment, they are allowed to drive the car off the lot. And a lot of these guys, as we'll come to see on Baller Busters page, a lot of these cars are now being repossessed. So, I'm almost positive Vincent Fischer is going to make another, because every time he gets exposed for something, he makes a video trying to debunk these rumors and, explain how he's playing chess, not checkers. Everything is done on purpose. All of the decisions he makes are strategic. So I guarantee now that he's been exposed by Baller Busters, he's going to come out and make a video about how this is all part of his plan. This is all done on purpose. He didn't want these cars anyways. It's not that he couldn't afford them. He didn't want them and he wanted to get them repossessed, blah, blah, blah. But if that were the case, then why is he going through the trouble of trying to hide them? Why is he hiding them in Raul's whatever the garage if this was his plan all along? If that was your plan, wouldn't you make it easier for them to find your car? Anyways, guys, it is just so hilarious. These guys are so phony. They're so fake. They're such clowns. They lie about how much money they make. They lie about the things they own. They lie about all the drugs they're taking. They lie about their lifestyle. They lie about their girlfriends. This is a legitimate relationship when we know that they're paying for these women. They lie about owning their homes. They lie about all the stuff that they're buying for their parents, claiming that they retired their parents, they purchased their parents a home, cars, all this shit. And time again, they get exposed. So it's just like, what is even the point of lying? People can find these things out, just how I found out that he was running a defunct business just simply by looking it up. Other people are doing this as well, looking these things up, because nobody likes an arrogant asshole. Nobody likes somebody who comes online and brags about their lifestyle, brags about being rich, acts so cocky and arrogant. Nobody likes that. So obviously, if you were coming online acting like, you're the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, people are gonna look into you. How do they not learn their lesson? It is always best to remain humble, remain honest, and keep your integrity. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all of this. What is going on with Vincent? He's had the worst year possible, in my opinion. He's being found out about all of this stuff. But again, he's not the worst of the worst. We have terrible alphas out here like Joshua Hare and King Azulai. So, Vincent's a clown. He's a loser. He's a lame. But at least he is not a horrible, awful, disgusting criminal. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think about all of this. Please don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Take care.